Good afternoon. My name is Rodney Glover. I am the candidate for governor for Florida. And again, we have a problem. And maybe I'm missing the meetings because I'm not seeing where citizens are saying, oh, by the way, let's just destroy unions. So I thought it'd be better to show you than just to talk about it. So, I'm real quick to tell you, go to glover2026.com. When you go there, go to my research page. When you get to the research page, hit government structure and democracy, scroll all the way down. Senate Bill 1296 was just signed into office recently. Estimated 700,000 plus Florida public sector workers are covered by collective bargaining agreement. This means your unions, teachers, nurses, transit workers, utility workers, sanitation workers, and municipal employees, all of you. Now, we know already that this state is primarily a heavy Republican state. I am a non-party candidate. So I'm just taking this from the independent point of view. This is super important. Hit the view full research. And I want you to go down and just see what happened. What does Senate Bill 1296 do? It makes it near impossible for the recertification threshold. Under the old law, a union needed a majority, those who voted to win certification or recertification. Under Senate Bill 1296, union must now get 50% of the entire bargaining union to cast the ballots and win 50% plus one. That's a 51%. This means every worker who does not vote counts as a no, a standard that doesn't even apply to any other election in the state of Florida. You have no paid leave for union activities. Public employers are prohibited from compensating non-public safety employees or providing paid leave for union-related activities. A teacher or nurse who serves as a union representative must use their own personal time and money to represent their coworkers. Fast-track salary changes without union input. This bill allows salary increases to be implemented without waiting for union negotiations to conclude. Framed as a helping workers, this provision in practice allows employers to set pay unilaterally. That means set it by themselves, bypass the collective bargaining process entirely. What you guys are telling me is citizens who got behind this, all of you citizens who understand that unions were created to make sure that workers were treated fairly. That's like the baseline of it. Unions were created to ensure fair treatment of workers, and y'all woke up one day and said, hey, let's attack this because unity is it's like always on the chopping block. What all of our governments are doing, that's our state government and our federal government, they're all doing is they're saying something very important. They are saying we can attack anything we want to that requires them to work together, because the likelihood of any of them working together is not going to happen. Ladies and gentlemen, you cannot ask for democracy and to be told what to do unilaterally in the same sentence. You just cannot. You cannot have a king and say that you want democracy at the same time. You cannot say I have an opinion and say what can you do specifically for me as an individual. Democracy doesn't work like that. So they're attacking the core premise of democracy, which is unification. I'm a candidate that is telling citizens that we needed to put the structure of democracy and put citizens at the top of that pyramid, at the top of that structure as the most important piece. Citizens are our most important commodity. But it took and it takes unity of citizens to want to make that happen. That's why trying to do things under the guise of democracy is so difficult. Trying to do things under the guise of unity is so difficult because people are so used to saying, hey, can you do this for me? There's a clip going around If you guys just search it up, it's a clip going around, and they calling it like a leak. And one of the candidates, Byron Donalds, is there, and I am not sure that this is a legitimate clip, but the clip in there, it says, "Hey, for all of the investors that invest in candidate Byron Donalds, they will have say so in how policies work." And they're talking about big investors, large corporations, things of that nature. You can look the clip up. It looks very real, but I won't say that it is because I wasn't there. It's just something that's going around the net. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are not willing to unify, then that's what's under attack. Like through unity, because they know that, hey, it is very easy to divide as long as you have these party lines. That's why I registered non-party affiliated. So I would not be a part of that. I'm not Republican. I'm not Democrat. I am a citizen. I'm an American citizen, and I'm a Floridian. That is what I am. Whatever's going on, to tell me that 700,000 plus workers got together and said, hey, teachers, nurses, transit workers, municipal workers, it's time that we make things harder for ourselves. Make sure that things aren't fair for us. Let's support this, even though we're not going to vote on it. Let's just get behind this. So when I see people say that the current ruling administration in the state of Florida, which is governed by a Republican and majority Republican seats, are the best for the state, I'm going to call not true on that, because this cannot be what is best for the state. But for everybody who's in a union, by all means, tell me why this was so beneficial to you that you ensured that you voted for the representatives that made sure that they got this bill passed through to make your unions more difficult to be able to represent you. I would love to know. Have a great day.